Hey, what you guys are about to see are clips taken from the Kru Ali session. He's from the Phet Kalim gym, which he owns down on Phuket. And he's a very cool, old school, very technical and thorough in the right way to do things kind of guy. I really enjoyed this session. He has very good ideas about strategy and technique and has an attitude about how nobody nowadays knows what they're doing, which I found entertaining but also very true in a lot of the things that he was saying. If you want to see the full session, check out the link in the description below. You can do so as a patron. I hope you guys enjoy. This is Kalim Muay Thai Gym.
Ali, Kalim Muay Thai, Phuket Patong, Kalim.
There he is. And this is right off this highway up a mountain, but you are literally like right on the water. So I came here to train with my shoot for my patrons for the Muay Thai Library. This is old school technique. Ajahn is 62 years old. He is all about technique. He's all about original technique, traditional, very strong, very good. This is his gym. You can see it's just this little space and it has everything that you would need, totally about like minimalism. And it's been here for over a decade. But look at this. This is what you see from the ring as you're probably shadowboxing, because you shouldn't be looking out at the view while you're sparring. And I love that people just kind of like walk up the way you would old school to the guy who teaches Muay Thai in your town. You just like show up at his house and you're like, show me Muay Thai. He's showing how off balance you can be when you're not diligent about staying in your proper stance. So here I'm kind of breaking apart how to get back to your stance. So because I'm using my front side, after the strike, I need to bring it down to where it should be landing if I were just standing in my stance, and then bring what was my standing foot back behind me. So you want it to be as few steps as possible. And on this guard that he showed me, you want it kind of far from your face. You don't want it like pushed against your face. One, because you blind yourself, and two, if you get hit in it, it bounces into your face. So you want it extended, but you want your shoulders up towards your jaw. So when you have your guard in your opponent's face like that, they're not going to see your knees coming. You're effectively blinding them instead of yourself by not putting the guard on your face. This is nice. I just learned this, and I can kind of feel the like balance of that strong guard on the knees. Who's in the Muay Thai Library, he likes to stay in his stance in the clinch as well. He's not a clincher, but he has very good clinch solves. See how he rolls his shoulder from his front side? So he has more range of motion on that front side. But what he's doing when he rolls his shoulder in like that is actually making space for his opposite side. Sang Tia Noi, very good clincher, he's in the Muay Thai Library. He also teaches this, the way you roll to one side in order to create an opening on the opposite side. So he's saying if the opponent's very strong, as you're trying to swim in, if you can't break their grip on you, you go low. Kru Ali has some really beautiful low clinching, like body lock clinching. You don't see this that much in stadium Muay Thai anymore. Muay Thai is scored differently than the way it used to be, and the sweeps that people use nowadays weren't legal back in the day, so Muay Thai has changed. The reason a lot of people don't body lock anymore because of the scoring is that it's high risk, but if you're really good at it, if you become adroit in it the way that he is, the way that Nam Kabuen was, totally still scores, totally still effective, so just be really good at it. He's showing how if the opponent is really close to the ropes, you can body lock them and just basically gallop them into the middle of the ring. Look at how he keeps moving. I can't get out of this. He's pulling my lower back just enough that I don't really have strength to use power to get out of it, but he's not back breaking me. It's not a foul. And he keeps working. If you grab the body and become really stagnant, they'll break you immediately. If you grab the body and you keep kneeing and moving and turning the way he's doing it, they shouldn't be able to break you. So I got this beautiful lock up top and made myself tall, and he just like, he put his hand on my face and one side only pushed against my face. You don't push equally with both arms, which is what I'm trying to do here. I'm pushing his chin, which allows me to have access to his body and kind of mess up his balance a little bit, but he totally picked a side. See how he's picking a side? He's even shuffling his feet over to the side. And then his arms are straight, like they're equal to each other, but he's on the side of my body. If he were straight in front, he would pick a side to push harder. But by putting his body to the side of mine, he can push equally because it's coming from the side of my face. He's like, one round like this will kill somebody. So I'm asking, this isn't a foul because of the lock. You can't pull like this to break the back, but you can hold. That's like big. So you lock with your forearms. See how he puts his head into my shoulder too? He's completely protected from me trying to push his face off because he's tucked his head into my shoulder. And he's saying that you can spin around and get the back of someone and do this as well. I can't do anything from this position. It's very high scoring in Muay Thai to take someone's back like this. Then he picks me up and rips me to the side. So those are clips taken from the full hour session with Kru Ali. If you want to watch the full session, click on the link in the description below. You can do so as a patron. And while you're there, the Muay Thai Library has more than 90 hours of long-form instruction like this. Tons to learn, lots of different styles, lots of different techniques, and there's lots of interviews and different content on Patreon for you to check out. It truly is a library. I hope you guys enjoy.